Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I would like to talk to you about another camera from Fujifilm, and that would be the Fujifilm X-A3. Now, this camera is entry-level mirrorless camera from Fujifilm, not the cheapest one, because the cheapest one is the X-A10, and this is the second cheapest camera which one you can buy from Fujifilm, and that is the X-A3. Now, you might confuse this camera with the X-E3, but that is different. That's a better camera than this one. Now, the X-A3, why did I buy this camera? Because I own the X-T20 and I plan to buy the X-T2 as well, but probably I will wait with the X-T2 because this autumn at the Photokina, probably Fujifilm will introduce the X-T3 or whatever you can call it, you know, or another camera, which will be even better than the X-T2. So probably I will wait until then, you know, and I will use the X-T20. And I purchased this camera because many times I'm outside, and in Ireland it's pretty bad, you know, it's raining and it's misty and all kind of weather conditions, you know, over here. And the X-T20 is not weather sealed. Now, I don't want to put my X-T20 in a condition where it can be damaged, you know, so that's why I purchased this camera, because I got on eBay for 280 euro, which this camera is really about 500 euro new. And you get with the kit lens. Now, I didn't need the kit lens because I have my own lenses, and that's why I bought body only, you know, second hand, but it's in pristine condition. It's almost new, I have to tell you. And I bought with 280 euro. So I said 280 euro, it works. Now, let's see a little bit what is this camera and how it performs. So first of all, the X-A3 is a 24 megapixel CMOS sensor. So the X-T20 and the X-T2 and the X-Pro 2, these are X-Trans sensors. Now, this is not the X-Trans sensor, this is the CMOS sensor, the normal CMOS sensor like any other mirrorless camera. Now, the 24 megapixel, obviously it is really good when it comes to image quality, but this sensor has anti-aliasing filter. So I was a little bit concerned when I was looking at the specifications, because I said the X-T20 doesn't have the anti-aliasing filter and this one has, so I was a little bit concerned. But my concern was really pointless, because this sensor, it is absolutely really good, I tell you. Image quality wise, this sensor is excellent. Now, the body itself, it's built out of plastic. Now, obviously, it is a cheap camera body. It's not like the X-T20, you know. Over there, you can feel the metal. Over here, it's plastic, you know. You can see that it has a hot shoe. It doesn't have a viewfinder, and that is kind of a bummer sometimes, you know. But the screen is really good. Now, the screen, it tilts like the Fuji X-T20, but in the same time, the screen will tilt up as well. And you can pull up, you know, so you can use it in selfie mode. Now, this would be brilliant if it would be 4K, but this camera shoots only 1080p in video. Now, 1080p 60p, 60 frames a second, sorry. So I wish this screen would be on the X-T20, you know. Yeah, obviously the X-T20 has over here the viewfinder, so it wouldn't be possible, you know. That's why they didn't put the viewfinder over here, so you can see yourself in the screen. And obviously if you have a microphone or something adapted over here, again the screen will be blocked. But anyway, without an adapter, and this screen would be brilliant on the X-T20, you know. But hopefully they will introduce another camera which will have the flip screen, you know, the tilty screen or whatever you can call it, which flips over on the side, you know, like Panasonic cameras have. But anyway, let's speak a little bit about the rest. Now, autofocus wise, this camera has 77 points contrast detection autofocus. The autofocus is not really brilliant. I wouldn't say that, oh man, this is fast as hell. No, it's not. It's good. It's okay for most of the time, you know. It's good for street shooting, it's good for portraits, it's good for landscapes, it's good for these kind of things. When it comes to tracking, forget about it. I never even tried it. I just tried a shot. I just tried just briefly, you know, on the street, but it's not really good. It's okay. It has 6 frames a second, you know, and 3 frames a second shooting, but it's nothing really which will blow you away. So, but for most, like majority of the cases, this is a brilliant autofocus. It's good. It's not really fast, but like I said, it is good. It has touch screen as well, yeah. So you can touch on the screen and you can focus like touch, you know, or you can bring over, you know, you touch the focus point and then you just bring over. No, sorry, you cannot do that. Yeah, you cannot do that. You have to touch it. You cannot bring over like with the X-T20. No. Now it has a manual lens on it, so no, you cannot. You have to touch it. Yeah, you can't pull it over. Yeah, so. Like I said, I didn't need this camera for the fast autofocus. I needed this camera to, when it's rainy outside or when I go in a certain condition where I don't want my X-T20 to get destroyed or something, I will use this camera. And sometimes I will use like a second camera in video because it's 1080p, but it's completely fine and I can see myself, you know, in the screen. And other than that, you know, I think that this camera is a very good beginner camera. Now, let's see some important things. The ISO performance of this camera is from 200 to 6400 native ISO. Yeah, I know it's not too much, but it doesn't really matter because over 6400 you won't use it anyway. I mean, I use with the X-T20 until 4000 roughly, so it's not a big deal. I think that ISO 6400 is pretty good native ISO. I will do a video though where I will compare the two cameras, this one with the X-T20, image quality wise, ISO wise, and so on and so on. So you can see that. If you want to see that video, please subscribe and hit the notification button to see that when I upload it. The next is the shutter speed. It's 1/4000 mechanical shutter and 1/32,000 electronic shutter. Again, 1/4000 is okay, it's not great, but for the price point of this camera, you know, I think it's okay. It's good. The X-T20 has again 1/4000 mechanical shutter. Sometimes when you want to shoot high sync speed, you know, against the sun, it's a problem, but most of the cases you are okay, you know. Electronic shutter, it's over there for 1/32,000 of a second. Flash sync speed, 1/180th of a second. I don't really like this because usually I like to have 1/250th of a second, but anyway, that's it. And like I said, it's a cheap camera, so it's okay. Face and eye detection. It's working well, the face and eye detection, but not really fast. So it finds the face, finds the eye, but not really fast. Like I said, the autofocus is not the strong point of this camera, but it's working fine. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, what's the next? Yeah, ISO and image quality wise, this camera is really good. I think, in my opinion, that this camera, it's a really good beginner camera, like I said. So if you want to buy a camera for cheap money, but still you get great image quality with great lenses, because Fujifilm has great lenses, you know. It's a great camera to start with. It's a single SD card slot down here. The card will be in the battery compartment down here. The battery is the same battery what it is used in X-T20. In my opinion, if you want to buy a camera which is not really expensive and brand new, it's about 500 euro, like I said, with the kit lens. And the kit lens is really good as well. So if you want to buy a camera like that, you know, and to get great image quality, this is great camera to begin with. Now, its autofocus is not too fast, like I said. The ISO performance is not really great. It's an APS-C size camera, but for an APS-C size camera, it is good. What else I could say about this camera? Like I said, don't expect to get the same feel like with the X-T20, because you won't get that. The X-T20, obviously, it's about $700–800, so it's body only, not with the kit lens. So it is obviously it is an expensive camera. If you have money, obviously I will recommend to buy the X-T20. But if you want to get a camera to start with, this is a great way to go. And for me, it will be a great camera where when I go in a situation, you know, where it's raining or where it's a danger that I could drop the camera or something, you know, I won't feel sorry, because really for this money, this is a great camera. Now I will show you in another video, you know, I will upload another video where I will compare the X-T20 with this camera. I made some shots, test shots, and I will show you those test shots, and you will see the image quality comparing with the X-T20. Because I think that it's nonsense to show you some images because you don't have what to compare to. But if you compare with the X-T20, then you actually will find, you know, and to find out and see the image quality of this sensor. Because I tell you, this is an unbelievably good sensor for a CMOS sensor with anti-aliasing filter. It is unbelievably good. Great. So, like I said, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel to see the other video when I will upload, you know, about the X-T20 and this, to compare the image quality. If you want to add something to this video, feel free and leave a comment down below. If you want to ask something about this camera, feel free and leave a comment down below. I will try to answer, best of my knowledge. I think, in my opinion, that this camera is good for almost anything except sports, wildlife, and anything where you have to track fast-moving subjects. If you want to track slow walking people, it will be okay. You will miss some shots, but it will be okay. If you want for manual focusing, macro work, all this camera is excellent. It is great. The sensor quality is brilliant. I just simply love it. It's not an external sensor, it's a CMOS sensor, but still it is really, really good. So, I hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And other than that, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.